Welcome back to the production stage. It's now time to learn how to declutter. It's time to be selective and remove any excess that doesn't serve you anymore. If you are a storyteller, you will inevitably understand the importance of this step. This is where your decisions make a difference. This is where the art is made. This is where you find the gems and display that instead of displaying it all. I want you to think of this stage as getting rid of the fluff and getting down to the nitty-gritty, the essential core. Honestly, I don't like the word declutter at all. It makes me think of a bunch of stuff that has no meaning, no purpose. And that's not really true, is it? Everything you own held meaning to you at some point, right? That's why you have it in the first place. So the real question is, has it lost its meaning? And maybe it's my video production days haunting me, but I think editing sounds way more intentional. Even the word deduplication. Use whatever word you want, but be intentional about this step. This step will be one of the hardest of them all, but it's also the most life-changing. My Japanese colleague Marie Kondo goes into this step in detail in her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, the Japanese art of decluttering and organizing. When she asks, does your items spark joy? In a nutshell, if you hold it, if you touch it, does it make you happy? If not, why is it in your life? What purpose does it fulfill? Not that all things you own have to be beautiful and spark joy. We've all seen the memes online, but you get the idea. The cultural approach there is beautiful. And I happen to love having positive things around me. There's nothing worse than having to look at something that brings you down every day. It drains your energy. Just ask the feng shui experts. We don't want any of that. Case in point, I bought a mirror once and it was pretty expensive. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It was an impulse buy for my new home that I had just moved into, and I quickly regretted that decision. I saw it in the store and I decided to buy it right then and there, but I hadn't actually thought through where I would put it. Would it fit anywhere? So when I got home, surprise, surprise, I had no logical place to put it. It actually didn't go anywhere. And it was quite large, so it didn't fit. And I moved it around from room to room for a while, trying to find a place for it. It had been on clearance, actually, making it seem like such a good deal. But needless to say, the store wouldn't take it back. And I got a bit angry at myself for wasting that much money on something that I didn't actually need. But because of how much I had spent on it, I was determined to find a spot for it. A few months later, it was still sitting in a corner. And every time I looked at it, it was a reminder of that day. This once must-have gorgeous mirror had morphed into a symbol of my lack of impulse control. And it was awful. And then finally, after about 2 years of having this horrible reminder in my life, I decided to get rid of it. So I sold it on consignment for $85. Not my best financial move, but emotionally, one of the best decisions I have ever made. The weight that was lifted off my shoulders in that moment was priceless. And I guess now it's the lemonade in this organizing course, so perhaps that was its purpose. But I challenge you to find your mirror. What in your collection can you not stand? It could be an ill-fitting dress, maybe a picture of you not looking so great. It could be a gift that somebody gave you that you feel guilty about donating. I am here to tell you, you are allowed to let it go. You are only responsible for your own systems and the items within them. Nobody else. This is your decision. Life is too short to keep things around you that bring your emotional well-being down. No dollar amount is worth it. And no amount of hanging on to something will correct an old mistake. It's known as the sunken cost fallacy. You will feel so much better when it's gone, I guarantee it. So let go if you need to. Now, you might ask, well, how much should I let go of? That's up to you, but be mindful in your selections. In Sweden, we have a word that sums this up beautifully, and it's the word lagom. It doesn't have a perfect translation, but it means something along the lines of not too little, not too much, but just right. So think of equilibrium and balance. I want you to find your lagom and keep just the right amount. Trying to organize without decluttering is like trying to make a movie with 500 hours of raw footage. Don't try it. It is a huge waste of time. Don't spend your energy there. You don't need to. Find the best, get rid of the rest, sell it, donate it, barter it, but whatever you do, do not put it back in the pile. Edit, deduplicate, declutter, downsize. Whatever you want to call it is fine, but let go of past mistakes and you will find a lot of healing in the process. No more fluff.